Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac, and here's another video for a showcase for my custom minifigures. And today we're going to take a look at my upgrade minifigures from the movie Man of Steel, which came out 2 years ago. Now, Man of Steel, I thought it was an okay film. It wasn't as bad as people keep saying it is. I mean, it's a good Superman film, but it's not the great superhero film, I'll say. And my main criticism with the film is basically there's like no character development at all for Superman. It's basically he never learns anything about his powers, rather than he just knows he's a badass and he can wreck shit, and that's basically it. And you don't even see any character dynamics at all, except for Lois Lane, I guess. This film borrows a lot of Batman's dark tone, which I think shouldn't work with Superman here, except for Batman v Superman. That's when you can get dark a little bit, but for this film you shouldn't really. And yeah, so Zack Snyder, I don't have anything against him. He makes okay films, but I really hope he knows what he's doing for Batman v Superman, because Man of Steel I'm mixed on it, but the minifigures are so cool, and I decided to finally upgrade these guys after like 2 years, and I just finished these guys I just finished General Zod like a few weeks ago, just to fix some of the paint jobs here. And Superman, I finished him like last year or something. So yeah. So enough talking, let's just get on with the showcase. Here we have the Man of Steel himself, and that's Superman, and he really wasn't a tough figure to make. I really love what Lego did with their heads, because I wish he does have a little lighter mood, but you know, this is Man of Steel Superman with Henry Cavill, who's a bloodthirsty killer who leveled the city and he doesn't care, and he snaps some guy's neck. So this series still works a lot. But I really love their torso design, and I love their leg design, so I didn't do anything with that. And there's also the back. That's basically Legos. Their face, the legs, and their torso. What I basically did was, paint some arm gauntlets for him, and I painted the boots, and I cut the curl. And I wish he had the curl in the movie. That would have been awesome, but he doesn't have the curl in this movie, so I cut it off. So yeah, I need to order more Superman hair, so that way I can use it for future minifigures and do the same thing, like for Deadshot. I still need to do that. And yeah, and I kept their cape, their original cape. I like these capes better than the new capes. Yeah, Superman now has these new capes now, which makes no sense because he doesn't have a longer hairpiece, so it's really pointless for him to have it, and he doesn't go in vehicles, so so yeah. And what I did, I kind of fixed the skin tone up here, on the top portion here. It was kind of faded out, so what I did, I painted it so that way it looks good. So yeah, that's basically it on the Man of Steel himself, Kal-El, and let's move on to the next figure. Now, there's a lot to say about General Zod. First of all, he was a pretty awesome villain in the movie, and this guy had a lot of sculpting and a lot of painting done. So, starting off, what's Lego is their cape, their armor, and their head and their hair, but with some changes. So for the head, I painted a scar, and I also painted a beard. Now, unfortunately, with my General Zod, I only bought one Man of Steel set, which is the middle priced one, the one with him, Superman, and Lois Lane, because I think that's the most important set you can get. This is the first time I never bought all the sets from a superhero movie, and that's the first time since a long time. So yeah, I do really want to get a Feora though. So yeah, that would be pretty sweet. So I can have her, but all I just need is her armor, basically, because the cape I can deal with. It's just she has an inaccurate hairpiece and an inaccurate head. So yeah. So yeah, for General Zod, what I basically did, I cut the back portion and I glued it onto the helmet. So let's talk about the helmet. What I did, I just painted the eyes, and I painted the silver part so you can display them with it. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of gap here, but it doesn't really matter because people only focus on the front of the figure. So, and what I did, I sculpted I used green stuff and sculpted a little bit of hair onto the hairpiece that he had, so he has that kind of this triangular shape like what he had in the movie. And the armor, I basically painted it. I outlined it black. I painted it in a lot of gunmetal gray and silver. So yeah, and to remove this, what I used for the torso, it's not the official torso. It's just random torso I bought. I still have his torso just lying around somewhere. I just like that torso. So if you want to display him without the armor, you can do so. But I don't want to do that. So yeah, and I also sculpted the back some armor, so that way if you there's this one part when he takes off his cape because it's on fire. So if you just want to display it without it, you can choose to do so, and you can see there's some sculpting on the back, so it's all consistent. The legs are painted. All of this was painted a long time ago. All I did to just change it is just change some linings around to make it accurate. So, and the knee pads are sculpted, and his gauntlets are sculpted, and part of the armor up here on his biceps, like this area, that's all sculpted. So there's a lot of sculpted work done on this figure, and I did also painting the face like that. Oh yeah, unfortunately my Zod has a little bit of misprint. You can see like below the eye, you can see these little dots. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So I hope that doesn't happen to you guys, because it happened to me, unfortunately. I always get misprints, which, like, when I get minifigures, there's always some sort of a misprint, which is really unfortunate. So yeah, that's basically it on General Zod, and I think he's a really cool villain, and he's a really powerful dude. And yeah, that's basically it on the Man of Steel fix, and we can continue and conclude this video. This video wasn't as long as I thought, but it's fine because it's short and sweet, you know. So that's basically on my Man of Steel fix. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, leave a like and leave a comment down below. And yep, because it can really definitely help me, and you'll definitely see these guys on Brick Fair. I'm taking a lot of stuff on Brick Fair, so yeah. You'll expect some more minifigures showcase from me. I still have a lot to showcase, and yeah, and I have about 2 Transformers I want to plan, and other things that are not Transformers of what I'm building. So I can't wait to show you guys that, if all those can be possible and if I have the time. So that's all I have to say, guys. So I'll see you guys later, and that's it. Bye.